You open the mailbox, tear open a letter from the Social Security Administration, and there it is. The words you've been dreading. The Appeals Council has denied your disability claim. You're exhausted, you can't work, and suddenly you feel like you were just completely out of options. You're probably sitting there right now feeling this heavy sense of defeat, asking yourself, the Appeals Council said no. Is it really over? Well, I'm here to tell you the short answer is absolutely not. It is a huge myth that the Appeals Council is the end of the road. See, beyond the standard appeals process you've already been dragged through, there's actually a hidden fourth and final level, and it's one that most people, and honestly, even most lawyers, just completely abandon. That top rung? That's federal court. Now, taking your case to federal court isn't just a simple do-over, where a new judge gets to decide if you're disabled or not. It's more specific than that. A federal judge is specifically looking for what we call a legal error. Basically, they're checking to see if the Social Security Administration somehow failed to follow proper procedures, or maybe they just completely ignored substantial evidence in your file. Let's look at a real-world example of what a legal error actually looks like in practice. Imagine the hearing judge claims you can do light work, but your actual treating doctor wrote down that you literally cannot sit for more than 30 minutes. If the judge just completely ignored your doctor's limitations without giving a valid legal reason, well, that right there is a legal error. Or, how about this? Here's another incredibly common scenario. A judge generically dismisses your pain testimony, calling it not credible, even though your medical record shows years and years of documented chronic pain. Under the rules of the Ninth Circuit, a judge can't just brush off your pain without explaining specific inconsistencies. If they do, yep, they've made a legal mistake. But here's the crucial point, and this should give you some peace of mind. You almost never have to appear or testify again. There's no new testimony. The federal judge just sits down and reads the exact same administrative record, alongside legal briefs written by your attorney, and they are purely hunting for those legal mistakes. So, what actually happens when you win? If the federal judge agrees that a legal error was made, you often get what's called a remand. Think of a remand as a second chance. The federal judge sends your case back down for a brand new hearing, but this time it comes with binding legal instructions that the administrative judge absolutely must follow. And this very often leads to an approval and getting the back pay you deserve. But listen, here is the most critical number you need to keep in mind right now: 65. You have a strict 65-day deadline from the exact date on your Appeals Council denial letter to file your case in federal court. Once that 65-day clock runs out, your right to appeal is gone permanently. This is exactly where having true experts in your corner really matters. Pena and Bromberg are board-certified experts who have been fighting for disability rights since 1984. As Central Valley locals, with offices right in Fresno, Bakersfield, and Stockton, they are a highly experienced team who are truly dedicated to taking cases all the way to federal court, when others just stop. Plus, there are absolutely no upfront fees. And you really don't need to stress about out-of-pocket costs either. Under something called the Equal Access to Justice Act, or EJA for short, if we win your case in federal court and the government's position wasn't justified, the government may actually have to step in and pay your legal fees. You shouldn't ever have to choose between fighting for your rights and paying your bills. Please, don't let an Appeals Council denial be the end of your story. Reach out to the experts at Pena and Bromberg for a free consultation before that 65-day clock completely runs out. Ask yourself, are you really going to let a bureaucratic mistake dictate your financial future, or are you ready to fight for the benefits you've earned?